come in. Please take a seat.
Hi Lee, good to see you again. We haven't met for quite a while since we last met in the agent training session, don't we?
Yeah.
How's it going, by the way?
Good to see you again. It has been busy, but everything's fine. I think I need to take a vacation as soon as possible. So exhausted after the July intake.
Ah, great to hear that, Lee. I bet Bali would be a good destination for your holiday. I've been to there twice, and I can assure that it's a really good place to go. So anyway, I appreciate the time for you. So let's get back to business. So first thing first, do you realize that the number of students coming to study in Australia has declined quite a lot in past intake?
Is that the case? I'm not aware of it.
Unfortunately, it seems to be the case. Actually, the number of students coming to our university has dropped quite a lot. Not only the referrals number from your company is dropping, but also some other agencies that we're working with, they're not doing so well either. That's why I'm here today, and I want to see if there's anything you can help me on. To be honest with you, I'm really worried about it. So, with no doubt, we are in very critical challenges. But then, at the meantime, I can also see there are some opportunities for us to improve. Being one of our longest-standing customers, I realize that the opinions and suggestions you give me can help me to understand the situation more thoroughly. That's why I need you to give me a hand. Can you do it, Lee?
Well, Tommy, frankly speaking, we also noticed there's a decline in number of international students that we refer to your university. However, I do believe that there's nothing we can do at the moment. As you know, the admission rate fluctuates from semester to semester.
Yeah.
And then I believe that there's not much we can do when students not choose UTAS as their uni to study. They have the right to choose the uni that they wanted to study. I would say that the demand for your university is declining, and then your university should improve their image and then increase the value for their potential customers.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't agree with you more that it is our responsibility to maximize the value of our education services and to drive the student demands. No doubt about it. As the first point of contact for the international students, can you name any specific reasons why we are not preferred by the students?
Well, as far as I know, there are several reasons behind it, and then to put it in a nutshell, potential students believe that your university only focuses on making money and then treat the international student as cash cow. By saying that, some students believe that UTAS is compromising on the quality and then missing the student that's not up to stand up. For those potential students who do research, they also watch the Four Corner program from ABC, which say that UTAS is lowering the entry requirement for the international students. And I do understand that these international students are under a lot of financial and cultural pressure to come here. And there are a lot of further repercussions for them if they choose to study at UTAS. And one of my clients even told me that he's extremely concerned his degree will be devaluated because of this revaluation. And this is the biggest concern for the students who want to study in a good university with a good reputation. So, because in their point of view, there's no point paying a lot of money and then studying in a diploma mill. Instead, they might just pay a bit more extra and then study in a good reputation university.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I understand that there is a rising concern regarding the quality of students that we are taking. As a father of two boys, I would also prefer my children to study in a university, which is widely recognized by the society. However, I think there might be just some misunderstanding. So I would love to clarify to you and to your potential students. To make things clear, we do not waive the English language requirement for any of our students. Indeed, we consider a range of evidence together as a combination in accordance with our policy. As the Vice Chancellor has also said, only in some special circumstances that our university will examine a range of evidence together as a combination, which includes past working experience, the medium of instruction that deem their English proficiency, as well as their English test result. And besides, there is no evidence at all showing that there is a systematic failure regarding the regulatory approach to the English language requirement. So, I can really assure that we are not compromising on anything at all. Put it this way, do you think the government will do nothing on us if that's really the case? And do you think the department will intervene if your test is really crossing the line and skipping the English requirement? So obviously it's not the case, right? So I hope my clarification can help dispelling any doubts you may have, and then afterwards you can explain to your clients further whenever they have the similar concerns. How do you feel about it? Do you think the answer can help you to deal with this concern?
Well, Tommy, that might be the case. I'll see what I can do when students come up with the issues, but I can't guarantee that that is enough to change their mind, because by the end of the day, students' choice is beyond our control.
Yeah, I understand that, and I appreciate that. Anyway, is there any other reasons that you can think of which push the student away from choosing UTAS?
Well, Tommy, I have heard that UTAS has changed their potential customer group from international students to local students recently. And I strongly believe that this is one of the crucial factors that will lower the international student number. What I'm trying to say is that you should have expected there is a decline in number of international students with such a switch in the target market.
Yep, I can confirm that the information you have is correct. Apparently, we are really shifting our focus from international students to the local students, for the fact that the local students, normally speaking, they do a broader range of subjects, and we need that diversity to sustain the growth of the university. We do so in the hope of increasing the student diversity, as I said, and for the risk of having a high concentration of students from particular countries studying in some particular courses. However, it doesn't mean that international students, they are less important compared to the local one, even though we are switching our focus. Indeed, we have noticed that the university is heading to a future where the state natural population is actually declining, which means that there will be fewer and fewer young local people coming to the university, despite there may be some new migrations coming to Tassie. But still, that's why we need to understand the importance of international students, and we actually never underestimate how important they are to us. So, on one hand, what we are doing is we're trying to attract local students to the university to lift their education attainment. And on the other hand, we are aiming to increase the participation from overseas students. This is no conflict at all between these two. What really concerns me is that we are actually only known to very few students overseas. That's why I really need your help to spread all the word and improve the awarenesses of the students. And anything your company can do will be really helpful, and in terms of persuading students to consider UTAS. I understand that your company has a long history in the market and having a very good reputation among the students. So I realize that the advice you give can affect their decisions. Is there anything you can do for us?
Well, Tommy, there's not much we can do at the moment. I'm sorry.
Well, from your reaction, I can smell that there might be some other reasons behind. Would it help if you name that out and see is there anything I can do for you? I really appreciate the good relationship that we have built, and I will do my best to bring you the value that you or your company is after. Just name it out.
I'm glad that you talked to me in all sincerity, so I'm not going to beat the bush either. To be honest to you, our company feels that the admission scheme from UTAS is not quite attractive comparing to other universities, and UTAS commission rate hasn't been increased for the last 2 years either. So we realize that other universities are paying 1.5 to 2% more than UTAS.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why we are kind of reluctant to promote UTAS and pushing other universities to our students instead. So because as a profit-making company, we have to take care of our shareholder and then maximize the profit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can understand that. From a business point of view, profit is always the highest priority. However, other than the commission we pay to you, do you realize that we are offering something more to your company? For instance, let's talk about the time value of money. For example, some other universities, they pay out their commissions once per year. But then in comparison, we are giving out our commission whenever the student pays their school fee for semester 1 at the beginning of the year. As long as the census date has passed, we pay out the commission immediately. That's what we can do. In contrast, those universities are not doing the same thing. Also, for UTAS, whenever the students are paying the school fee for full year at semester 1, we pay out the commission in full as well. This is also something that other universities are not doing. So, I understand that the amount of commission pay is really crucial to you and to other agencies. But think deeper. Our commission policy is providing you extra time value of money. Even though the amount of the commission we pay might be less competitive than some other universities. Think about how hard it is when you are trying so hard to ask some money from your boss so that you can have an education seminar. And think of the time that you walk on a sunny day, which is really hot, just in the hope of looking some sponsors, because your budget is really too tight and you don't have the cash in your pocket. I bet you know how hard it is and how important it is to have some money rather than you have to wait for a long time in order to get your money back.
Well, somehow you're right, but I still need something extra to convince my boss. Is there anything else you can offer?
Well, let me think about it. What I can possibly do is to have a review on the commission scheme that you have and see if the rates can be improved a little bit. Also, I can also see if there's any incentive bonus can be added to your commission scheme whenever the number of referrals from your company has reached a certain level. Yeah, that's the best I can offer right now. But I can assure that I will try my best and to help you out on these issues. But it might take a bit of time. For the time being, I sincerely hope that you can reflect on what we have discussed today to your boss, and so that he or she can understand the situations. Are we all good?
Yeah, sure. I'll try my best on my side, and I'll see if there's any good news from you.
Yep, all good. So, done deal, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we can reach some common understanding at the end. So, thank you for your time today. I will keep you updated probably in the next monthly meeting. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you for your time, Nick. Thank you.
See you next time.
See ya.